Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss. It's Wednesday. That means we're going to cook in the kitchen a little bit. Natalie has the day off, so we're going to have to do this solo. And it's such a difficult recipe, I could really use her help. We're making something with Twinkies. That's right. I talked to Amanda Pete a bunch of years ago, and she said one of her favorite things was Twinkies bread pudding. How about that? And what's really funny about that is it's the 32nd anniversary of the iconic film Ghostbusters, and Twinkies played a prominent role in that movie, so I think it's all going to work out today into being a very cool thing. The bad part is it's a very difficult recipe, and I'll show you why. I've got 2 eggs in here, 2 large eggs, and I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon in there. Ooh, that was rough. And 1/8 teaspoon of sugar. That was strenuous. Okay, that's in there. Here's the hardest part. Opening the can of sweetened condensed milk, 14 ounces. So you put the whole can in there. Let's see if we can do this. We can't do it, we have a disaster on our hands. But look how thick this is. It's a sweet, rich cream. And a lot of people haven't used this, especially if you don't bake a lot. And you're surprised how much flavor is in this when you use it. So I'm gonna put this in here. And the hardest thing about this is to get it to all come out of the can at one time. See, I could stand here for about another 10 minutes. And it'll still take a long time for that to come out. I'll shake it a little bit, we'll get it rolling there. Okay, now I'm gonna mix this together. That's it, we'll come back and get some more later maybe. Break up the eggs. Whoops, there goes the cinnamon, watch out. Okay, so we did one of the hard parts. This is the sauce that's gonna go in our Twinkie bread pudding. We're gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees. We're gonna put it in a 9x13 pan, so if you're remembering all that, you're really good. You're on the way to a delicious treat. Okay, now really the most difficult part is you need 24 Twinkies. Check them out. 24 Twinkies, so opening them, scissors are your best friend. So what you do is just get your scissors out and you cut 24 of them like this. Isn't this tough? Look at this, and the kids love it. If you have the kids helping, you might want to get an extra box because they might eat them all before the time comes to actually bake them. Okay, so I got 4 of them here, just to give you an idea how long it takes to do 24. I was standing in my kitchen doing that, stacking them on that plate. Somebody came in today and said, oh, those Twinkies look so great. Twinkies look so great, they're stars in a lot of movies, not only Ghostbusters, but Zombieland. I remember Woody Harrelson, in the time of zombies, was trying to locate the last Twinkies on Earth so that he could have his favorite snack. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Twinkies, they stopped making them a couple years ago, and somebody decided that they would buy the recipe and start making them again. Okay, they have to be in thirds, so now another difficult part. So I'm lining them up on the parchment paper. I'm doing it on the parchment paper because when I did it at home, I had all these Twinkies on my cutting board, and it took me about 10 minutes to get the gooey stuff off my cutting board afterwards. So I'm sort of trying to save myself a little trouble here. So what you do is, these all hooked up like that. Let's see if I can get some more on here. I can. This is ingenious, isn't it? You could probably break them with your hands, but if you break them with your hands, they get all mushy and you sort of lose the shape of the dynamic Twinkie. Okay, so I got a big knife because I'm gonna cut them in thirds. I'm gonna cut them in thirds like that. You don't need a real sharp knife for this job. You don't need a real sharp brain to make this either. It's pretty simple. But boy, the kids like it. Somebody was talking about the lifespan of a Twinkie. I guess that Zombieland was sort of a proof that they do last about forever. Someone was telling me that they knew somebody that saved Superman stuff from years ago when Twinkies first came out, and they actually had a box of Twinkies from 50 some years ago, and somebody ate one and it was good. Wow, that's something, huh? 50-year-old Twinkie. 50-year-old wine maybe, champagne, something like that. Okay, so here we go. Now we're getting nice and gooey. We're gonna fill up, I'm gonna move the bowl over here. Sorry, camera people, director. Probably go, why did you do that? It makes it easier for me, that's why. Okay, we got our sauce, we got our juice over there. Get rid of my paper. See that how the plate looks? It's got all the gooey stuff on it. That'll be still delicious in 50 years, I guarantee. Okay, now we're gonna take our goop, the 14-ounce condensed milk, the cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, because that's going to sort of bind it together. And everything's getting slippery because Twinkies are slippery. Okay, so that's done. Set that aside. Then what you do is you stir this gently. Look at that. That looks almost like ectoplasm right there, doesn't it? No wonder it was a star in Ghostbusters. Okay, I'm going to move it around a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to let that set for about a minute. Wipe off my hand so I don't drop something. Well, here it is, non-stick. I don't know why we need that because this stuff is so sticky. All right, you need this. So we're gonna spray it on here and try to get as much on the stove as I can to give John Yusko something to do later on today. He's happy about that already, I can hear. Okay, and then carefully, so the bowl doesn't slip out of your hands, you put this in the dish. Ooh, look. See, now if it was set a little longer and I stir a little more, all that wonderful Twinkie juice would be in our recipe. But there you go. So then you gently go like this and you pat it around. I feel like an artiste today. Look at that, oh my goodness, look at that gooey. Sort of funny looking. Okay, so that's what happens. So you put it in the oven, 350 degrees. So I'm gonna put this on the side because in the oven, 350 degrees for 35 minutes. I show you, and I reveal Twinkie bread pudding. What do you think of that? It's almost got like marshmallows in it. It's crispy. And you know what? It's one of those things that sounds crazy the whole way, but once you put some on a plate, I think you're gonna get people asking for more. I'm gonna take a little bit out of here, see what it looks like. I didn't know exactly how it would come out because I haven't done this in a while. When I made it with Amanda Pete telling me about it, that was about, it must have been 5 or 6 years ago. So then you do that. Now you can put something with it, like ice cream or maybe whipped cream, but it's already pretty sweet. So what I thought we'd do is we just take a little chocolate syrup. How about that? I'm even gonna try a little taste of this rascal and see what it's like. I recommend it. If you like Twinkies, you like chocolate, you like marshmallows, it's a home run. Speaking of home runs, still to come on New Day Cleveland, guess what? I told you we're celebrating a big anniversary, right, for a big classic movie? Well, we've got them here. We've got them in the studio. They are ready. Ectoplasm, look out. It's Ghostbusters time.